is my first time filming in the new year! Yeah, it's not really that big a deal actually. Today, we're gonna talk about the Japanese New Year's. First off, New Year's is very different than it is in America, where everyone goes out drinking, to parties, and kisses someone on midnight. Looking back on New Year's in America, I've never done any of those things. But in Japan, it's considered a family holiday. New Year's Eve in Japan is called Omisoka, and New Year's Day is called Oshogatsu. So usually on Omisoka, people start the day by cleaning their house. It's kind of like spring cleaning. And you'll also find that post offices are freaking busy on Omisoka, because a lot of people do last minute nengajo sending out. Nengajo are these little New Year's postcards that you send to people to let them know that you're alive. But after you're done sending your nengajo, you and the family pack it up and everyone goes to grandma's house, or it's just everyone gets together and together they feast. What do they feast on? You might know that sushi and sashimi are fairly common for New Year's feasting, but there is a standard Osechi. Osechi is this giant box. There's 3 layers of a box, and inside the box there's little boxes, or little dividers, that have different things in them. So it's a kind of little mini buffet. And you also eat this thing called zoni. Zoni is a rice cake in miso soup, and sometimes there's vegetables and stuff. It's actually variant on wherever you are. There's different kinds of zoni everywhere. And what I had this New Year is called zenzai. And zenzai is another soup with some mochi in it. Mochi is kind of key to New Year's. I don't know if you are noticing a trend here, but it is. We're going to talk about it more later. And azuki beans. Azuki are delicious. They're sweet red beans of gloriousness, and I love them, and anything flavored azuki is amazing, okay? Now while they're eating their New Year's dinner, there's a good chance they're watching some Kohaku Utagase. I love Kohaku. I watch it every year and usually post a Tumblr thing about it, but this year I started it and then I blew my breaker and lost the internet and lost all of my opinions on everything. Because I was just trying to keep warm. From what I remember about it, Ayumi Hamasaki was disappointing for me, and Golden Bomber was Golden Bomber. If you've not heard of Golden Bomber, go look them up. She was perfect, as usual. And Horiki Tamaki, she was the red team host. She looked annoyed the entire time. And you're standing next to Sakurai Show. What are you thinking, Maki? But families also like to play a variety of games on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I don't know if you actually play it on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, because I've never spent it with a Japanese family. But they play games on this holiday season. Some of the games I've actually featured back on my July 4th video. Go check it out. Featured in that episode are games like Fukuwarai and Karuta, so I'm not going to explain those again. The ones I play are the very famous and traditional Hanetsuki, which is kind of like badminton except with wooden bats that are flat, and they have designs on them and very cool. Children also play with these things called koma, which are a really huge spinning top that use a rope and you fling it out. I actually tried to use one once, and it was at elementary school and they were trying to get me to do it, and I flung it and it hit a bunch of stuff and knocked all these books off a file cabinet. I don't play with the koma anymore. There's also kite flying called takoage. And finally sugoroku, which is basically backgammon. Come to think of it, I don't even know how to play backgammon. Enough New Year's Eve, let's get to the actual Oshogatsu! Come midnight, there is no making out in Japan. You go to your local shrine or temple, depending on your beliefs. Note, shrines, Shinto, temples, Buddhist. Different. Everyone goes to their place of worship and they pray. And this praying is called Hatsumode, and you actually say it before you start praying, but both religions have their own way of praying. It's really confusing to me, and I really don't know because I am neither Shinto nor a Buddhist. And then there is the ringing of the bell. This I know is a Buddhist thing. In Buddhism, you ring the bell. There's a giant bell. And you ring it 108 times. You don't do it yourself. The priest who's there he counts the whole 108. You only ring it once, but they need to get to 108. Because 108 is a symbol of sins and getting rid of worldly desires. And this whole process is called Joya no Kane. After you're done with the whole ringing the bells things, you go and eat some soba! Not everybody does this, but soba is kind of the thing to eat for New Year. Quite possibly the best part of New Year's, at least for children, is the giving of otoshi-dama. Basically, kids get cash on New Year. Why did we not adopt this, America? Also on New Year's, remember we're going to talk about mochi again. I almost forgot to mention the mochi thing again. People make mochi, and mochi is a dangerous, extreme sport. To make mochi, you're pounding rice and water, and you're pounding with this huge mallet. And there's someone else who's flipping all the stuff over and continuously getting it wet, so it becomes that mochi, stretchy, bouncy. You know, the texture of mochi, it's sticky and weird. But they're doing that, and you have to time yourself so that you don't hit them. Not a good idea for me. If I can't handle a spinning top without destroying something, I'm pretty sure me with the giant mallet of doom is gonna cause some broken bones on someone and possible death. And that's why I don't make mochi. I let other people make it for me. That's New Year's in Japan. I hope this was helpful to your understanding. Now on to the important announcement. This year, a lot of things are changing for me, and I have a lot more going on than I usually do in the past. So that, unfortunately, means that Nippon Q videos are being limited to once a week. I really need to get back on with studying Japanese and this whole diet thing and sewing this mess of stuff. There's a lot of stuff over here that you're not gonna see. But don't fear if you're gonna miss Nippon Q videos. I started an iPhone channel. It's called Daily Q Dose, and it's a daily iPhone channel, so every day I make a video wherever I am, whatever I'm doing. Just make quick update stuff, and it's really more for me to connect more with you guys out there. I know you're there. I see you. Don't hide behind your desk chair. So you can comment on those videos and we can communicate and stuff. You can stalk me better. That's what you can do. So go over there and subscribe now. Actually, you can click right here. Click right here. Did a Q video. There you go. I haven't decided which day is going to be Q day on here on the Nippon Q channel. So if you want to leave your suggestions for what day do you think is Nippon Q Day? Leave your questions and comments down below or on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and VU, and I will see you next time, cuties. Bye! Use one once. Used one once. My face feels contorted. I'm tired. I'm really, really tired.